I'm in the greenhouse and I'm going to sow some tomatoes. I've got quite a few different types to sow. Now, it's the 17th of May and I would normally sow tomatoes a lot earlier, but tell a lie, I don't normally do the tomatoes because over the last few years my mum has produced so many tomato plants. She supplies all the family, all her neighbours, everything. So normally I don't bother, but I'm going to do some because I need to show how you would do it. Also, I've got some varieties that I particularly like from very old seed, so hopefully they'll come up. And also I'm doing this as a backup sowing, so a small sowing of each type of seed. And normally what you would do is keep some seed aside when you've sown your main lot early in the year, and then this May sowing is a backup sowing in case frost, you put your tomatoes out too early and frost has killed them or attrition has got them. So we're going to do these and let's crack on with it. So what tomatoes am I going to sow? Well, I've got quite a few. I've got San Manzano. That's an Italian tomato. I'm going to put those in a few pots. Not much of that seed left. I sowed some yesterday and like I say, it was old seed anyway. I've got Garden Pearl. I haven't got a picture of that one, but I'll flash one up on the screen. I've got Elsa Craig. Elsa Clag. I'll let the Scottish among you decide how that should be pronounced. I've also got Elsa Crag onions as well. Also Golden Nugget. So you can see a big cherry tomato theme here. You can see what tomatoes I naturally go for. Ones that make sauce or ones that I can make relishes or eat as a cherry tomato. And then Gardener's Delight, the absolute all-time favourite. I would say if you're going to pick a tomato to sow, I would say there's three types that normally are always good ones to go for. It's Gardener's Delight, Shirley, or a bigger one you can go for Moneymaker. Okay, so let's get sowing. So I'm going to fill these trays up, so I just need to pop these out, and I'm only going to fill one run just to show you how it's done, and then I'll show you the end result. And the eagle-eyed amongst you may have noticed I've got some sweet basil in the corner there, and that's because I'm doing these Italian tomatoes, and I'll want to make an Italian tomato and sweet basil sauce, because this Italian tomato, hopefully if it comes up, is one of the best for making sauces. So let's move these out of the way. So all I do is fill the seed tray, and what I actually do with this is I overfill the tray. I'm using a light sieved multi-purpose, which I've added vermiculite to, just for two reasons. One's to bulk it out because quite low on compost, and also the other reason is it regulates the water within the tray quite well because it soaks it up like a sponge. So if we do that, you can see the water coming out of the vermiculite. So that's the main reason. But to be honest with you, just any multi-purpose, you don't even need a seed compost for tomato seed, just as long as it's not too bulky, not too woody, that should be fine. So I've overfilled my tray, and the reason for that is that it will compact down a bit. And with these modules, I have a little bit of timber like this I use, and I just press down the modules. So I filled up these modules, compressed them down, and then filled them again, compressed them down till I get them about 1/2 centimetre to 1 centimetre from the edge, the top that I want to sow to, which is about a centimetre to 1.5 centimetres from the top of the actual tray. Obviously, if you're using seed trays or pots, you just apply that principle so that you want them about 0.5 centimetre deep. Then I take my seed, there's the seed there, and because this is very old seed, I'm going to put 3 in each module. And just try and space them out. You could quite happily just put 1 in each module with tomatoes, because with most varieties they will have almost 100% germination, so you don't usually have to allow for that, but this is the safest way to do it. And if I get more than 1 up, that's fine. I can thin out some and either pop them on into pots, or they can go on the compost heap. So that's the plan. Now all I do is, I've already stuck the label in so I know which one I'm dealing with. Okay. Now what I do is gently fill back up there, and then I just gently firm down. And that's them done. I'm going to sow the rest and then you'll join me in a second. So I've sown them all, I've top dressed, and I've just firmed down the top dressing just very lightly to make sure that all the seed is in contact with the compost. Labelled them all, the variety on one side, date on the other. Now all I do is, because I've been handling the compost, is give them a really good mist, just to stop any issues to do with the compost being dry on top. Now I pop them into their tray. And I will water into the tray. I'm not going to go mad because I'm using wet compost, so that should be plenty of water for that. I'll just keep checking them each day and watering them as needed. And overnight I'll be putting a little propagator lid on there just to keep the seedlings warm as they come up. When they get to a decent size, which is normally 2 sets of leaves, so you'll have one bottom set of leaves and then you'll have a top. Let's see if I can find a little plant there. That's something I found growing. So essentially with seedlings you usually get these bottom set of leaves, which are the seed leaves, and then you'll get the true leaves come through. When they have some true leaves, you can plant them on any time from there, and what you would do is just use a tool to tease them out and plant them into their own individual pot, a grow bag, wherever you're going to have them from then on. What some people choose to do earlier on in the season is to pop them into something small like that, and then plant them on again into either bigger pots or their final grow bag or planter container, whatever, bed. I'll show a little video when these come up of how to do that.